Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your May reading. What happened? Are you mad at us? Nope. Some people can just see through me when I'm going through a lot, and so it's very hard for me to show up. The 7 of Cups, but it's hard for you right now too. You're very confused. And usually you're confused like Matrix 2 confused. Like you see what's happening, you just don't know why. You can't understand the choices that you're about to make, but you know you're going to make them. 7 of Cups says, why are things not the way they're supposed to be? Why am I not getting the attention that I deserve? Not just that I'm craving, that I deserve. Where is everyone? Conversely, you may be single and wanting somebody's attention, and you've become overly aggressive about it. You just want to win. It's not even about being attracted to this person anymore. It's become about dominance and needing to exert your will somewhere because you're not getting what you want. But why has this become so pressing all of a sudden? Why now? Let's see. Your astrology says that Jupiter will move into Gemini, which Sag rising, that's your 7th house, on May 25th. Which kind of makes you the star of the show. Your lust has kicked in, but also this is something primal, and it's kicked in because it knows. You have about a month before Jupiter starts to expand whatever you're doing in terms of relationships. And if you're not the star of your show, if you are beholden to someone else, whether it be for attention, sex, either or, and that is the energy that will be magnified, that will be exaggerated. So without knowing, you know. Why am I not getting the attention, the love, the care that I'm craving? But why am I craving it so bad? Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to crunch the data. Is this somebody I want in my 7th house when Jupiter shows up? Or is this person merely a fuckboy? You okay? Don't know. Well, let's look at the facts. When Jupiter moves into your sign, into Gemini, into your 7th house, a year begins of serious relationships, of deepening relationships, of working toward marriage, of working toward living together. Is the person right now not complying? Is the person who's not giving you what you want the person that you want those deepening relationships with? Or do you know the truth of this person? So that's if you are with someone, have someone in mind, are trying to work it out with someone. But what if you're just single? The need to get somebody in that 7th house position is dire. You are willing to chase, but I think what you have to understand about how the chasing is coming off and how the aggression is coming off, and that will make you stop. So for Sagittarians, aggression is, linked to violence, winning, hunting, getting what you want. Very rarely is aggression viewed as something corny or desperate by Sages. But right now, an aggressive attitude towards someone that you want to be with, that you like, makes you look horny, makes you look desperate, like you're just so keen to get away from the situation that you're in, that you're ready to, the situation you're in being by yourself, that you're ready to run toward something that may not even exist. Like you may not even really know this person. But again, 7 of Wands, it's become about winning. So the desperation, the aggression is coming from a desperation that the other person is able to read, because you're not focusing on what's making you want to run, what's making you want to avoid, what's making you want to distract yourself. Your mind is not helping right now. But not to fear. It's also a time of very calm, cool, and collected breakups. So if you have decided that you are not happy, you may allow the other person to leave with a lot more than they deserve. But things seem amicable. No papers, no courts, no big hubbub. Just people going their own way, perhaps taking a little more than they should, like I said. But you're gracious enough to let them have it. You're good with it. Don't resent it later, but this is a time where if someone does walk away with more than they should, see it as a blessing that now you can run full force towards the life that you think can actually make you happy. Now, if there is an Aquarius, a Capricorn, or a Virgo that is behind this for you, Baba, honey, that's too loud. If there is an Aquarius, a Capricorn, or a Hermit, or a Virgo, that's the cause of this, the push behind this for you, then I think the reason they show up is because it's just as well for them, for you guys to take space from each other and for you to be honest about what you really want and what makes you happy. May is so full of blunt truths. You have all this, like this preponderance of planets in Taurus, and then they all start to move into Gemini late May, and you can't help but, every arrow hits its mark. Every arrow has been ready and primed for so long. And each one seems to be saying the same thing. We are not happy. I want to be happy. I think I know how to make myself happy, but I'm afraid that I will come off as being very self-centered if I do so. But I don't know what else to do. So you see again that this is a lead up to that Jupiter. Here we have the cards associated with Jupiter and Gemini. It's just a lead up to what you inherently know is coming, right? This expansion of energy. And no, you shouldn't want to be in a situation where this is what gets expanded. No, you're right. You're smart for not wanting that. But this is not the time to burn down your house while you're still sitting in it. There has to be a little more strategy here, a little less fire. And if you have somebody that you really want, again, maybe Aquarius, maybe a Capricorn, maybe a Virgo, if there is someone that you really want, that you want back, it's possible to catch this person's attention, but it's very possible to also lose it very quickly, because if you're still the same person that lost them the first time, you'll lose them again. Let's move along. So when I was saying there's so much in Taurus, you have Venus in Taurus until May 23rd, and then that will move into your 7th house. And then you have Jupiter in Taurus until the 25th, and that's quite right. It's a big move. So then Jupiter on the 26th moves into your 7th house, into Gemini. And then you have the Sun, which moves on the 20th into Gemini. Everything that you do from now until late May, make sure you have some sort of receipt. Make sure you have some way of proving what you've been told, who you've been talking to, where you've been. It sounds like an odd request right now, but this ends up being one of those months where you have to pull back through like movie stubs and receipts and your journal to figure out like, oh, where was I on what day and what was going on? And who said what to whom when, and when did this, and where did we come up with this idea? There's so many reasons why later you will be happy for keeping some kind of journal, if you would like, because Jupiter is moving into your house of relationships, and you are starting a whole year of huge changes. And for a lot of people, the beginnings of, you know, the story they'll be telling for the rest of their lives, of how they met like that partner who was so wonderful, or how this wonderful relationship deepened into an even more wonderful relationship. It would be nice to keep some sort of, however brief, journal, you know, day by day, of how you feel and how the world is treating you, and how the hologram is adjusting to these transits, and how you feel it personally. Because somewhere in there you may find a day where you're writing into your journal, oh, I met somebody really cool, or this happened relationship-wise, and wow, that seems like a big step. And it's fun and it's interesting and exciting to read the lead up to that. But also there's something so magical about journaling. I feel like journaling is actually such an important way to call things to yourself. Somehow we concretize things when we write them. And when we write with anticipation of something, it generally has a way of coming true. You've, I'm sure, heard the stories of people making lists of what they want in a partner or a job or a house they want to look at. And because the list is so detailed and they were able to visualize it so completely, boom, they end up getting that person, that job, that house. Or it becomes available to them, right? So it might be a cool exercise to help the mind as well. Find some solace, you know, because yes, we can say, okay, you need attention and you're not getting it, but the more insightful take here is that why are you not surrounded by people who can tell you need it? You're so good at giving people attention. You're so good at being there and like being, you know, right here with people. Why has nobody noticed that something in you is shaking? Something in you is unsure. Something needs reassurance. Something needs bolstering. Do you love me or not? Is any of this real or not? How long are we going to play this game, or are we going to finally solidify these things? And if you're single, these questions are even more poignant. When is it going to happen? It's a year of good luck that begins on May 25th. And heck, I would journal for the whole year, you know, because what a journey it's about to be. Let's focus on it more in the extended, because I also want to talk about career and money and mental, physical health. Money moves fast. Let's do a little about money before we go. Money moves fast. From May until the end of the year. Lots of money to be made here. But you need to get a handle on your personal life, or else like you're just, you're poking holes in your boat. This light is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm enjoying my fifth element hair. I am. Money moves fast. Stop doing this. Usually I'm like, yes, get your rest. Money's moving fast now. May is about like, make it, sell it, do it, get it out there. Make the appointment, talk to the person, go see the person, pitch the thing, do it. Like, money moves fast. Get your ducks in a row in the next 5-6 days so you can just, May 1st, and plant those seeds quickly, because whatever this is that's hanging over you, well, we know what it is. What is it? You're not saying it. You're saying it, but you're not saying it. I know. I think you're smart enough to know that Jupiter's going to come in and make things serious and really nice and really cool. But you also are smart enough to know that it's probably not going to be with the person you wish it was. Because you already know the truth about that person, those people, that thing. And you can't in good conscience play yourself like that. So, that sucks. That hurts. Especially if they have like Cancerian or Pisces business going on. You just know it's not gonna work. But you want to be really happy, right? Sometimes that means starting from scratch. Sometimes that means starting over. That's why I think it's important to remember that money moves fast. I mean, if you're going to distract yourself, at least do it with something that's going to set you up for later, right? So if it's disappointing right now, at least you know the great benefic is coming in, moving in across from you. It's going to light that house up. It's going to light, and Gemini or Jupiter, like, come on, beautiful. So it's not who you thought it was going to be. So you've been, the moon, you've been denying these things to yourself that you knew all along makes this person not right for you. Okay. Is there a sting to that? 3 of Swords? Sure. That's okay. The thing to keep in mind now is that what comes through that 7th house door now is being screened by Jupiter. So the only things that are going to come through that very specific kind of sieve are those potentialities that can really expand your life and bring you into new levels of wealth, freedom, success, fame, whatever it is that you're looking for. So maybe that's why journaling is also a cool thing to do right now, because sometimes we need help from our own minds to figure out what it is we're looking for. Usually the one with the arrow, the bow and arrows, knows exactly what targets they want to hit, but even you guys can get a little turned around. 7 of Cups, first card out. When you don't get what you want, you get turned around just like the rest of us. There's no shame in it. Nothing to be embarrassed about. We all go through it. But it's not normal for you. You don't really know how to react. Attention, again, you are Jupiterian. Everything we've just been talking about applies to you. That is your ruling planet. You're used to living it big and having people react to you big and having, like a really big energy. So not getting the attention that you need, especially when you deserve it and you don't often need it, you just get it, but right now you need it and you're not getting it. It can feel personal. And perhaps it's meant to be personal. Perhaps it's meant to teach you exactly who to usher out before they're multiplied. before their energy starts to fill up your house on Love Street. She lives on Love Street. That's where all the creatures meet. I wonder what they're doing in there. Summer Sunday in a year. That's Jim Morrison, a Sagittarius. I love you. The extended is available on Patreon as a subscription, on Vimeo as a video, and an instant extended link that's sent straight to your email. Also, there is a link below for personal readings, which look like this. Okay, love you. Let's look at these cards.